Today we will be studying about ulna. Ulna is the medial bone of the forearm and is homologous with the fibula of the lower limb. Okay, and ulna has an upper end, a shaft, and a lower end. Okay, now we have to determine the side. The upper end you can see over here. The upper end is what? The upper end is hook-like with its concavity directed forward, and the lateral border you can see over here. Lateral border is what? Shaft and crest like. Lateral border of the shaft is shaft and crest like, whereas pointed styler process, okay, you can see over here, pointed styler process lies posterior medial to the rounded head of the ulna at its lower end. Okay, with the 3 points you can determine the side. Okay, now let us talk about the features of the ulna. You can see over here, what is this? This is olecranon process, and you can see over here, this is what? This is trochlear nodes. You can see over here, this is what? This is coracoid processes, and you can see over here, this is what? This is radial nodes of ulna. Okay, and you can see over here, this is what? This is supinator crest. And the olecranon processes has 5 surfaces. Okay, anterior surfaces, posterior surfaces, middle surfaces, lateral surfaces, and the superior surfaces. Okay, and on what happens on the coronoid process, it has also surfaces. What are they? They are superior surfaces, anterior surfaces, lateral surfaces, and middle surfaces. Okay, so there are there is what? There is trochlear nodes and radial nodes, which radial nodes articulates with the head of the radius to form the superior radioulnar joint. Okay, now with this let us talk about shaft. Now shaft has how many border, how many surfaces? Okay, shaft has 3 borders and 3 surfaces. What are the borders? Now let us, how many borders? 3 borders. Okay, and the 3 surfaces. Okay, 3 surfaces. Now let us talk in detail about these 3 borders and 3 surfaces. Okay, shaft has 3 borders and 3 surfaces. 3 borders are interosseous or lateral border, anterior border, posterior border. 3 surfaces, anterior surfaces, middle surfaces, and the posterior surfaces. Okay, now you can see over here, this is what? This is shaft of the ulna. Okay, what is this? This is interosseous border, and this is what? This is what? Anterior border. Okay, now in between interosseous and the anterior border you can see over here, what is this? This is anterior surfaces. Okay, now let us move posterior sides. You can see over here, what is this? This is posterior border, and in between posterior and the interosseous border you can see over here, what is this? This is posterior surfaces. Okay, now let us move again to the anterior sides. You can see over here, this is what? This is posterior border, and this is what? This is anterior border. Okay, in between anterior border and the posterior border you can see over here, what is this? This is medial surfaces. Okay, now we have already discussed about 3 borders and 3 surfaces. Okay, now let us talk about lower end. Now you can see over here, okay, this is what? This is styler processes. Okay, now you can see over here, this is what? This is head of the ulna. Okay, now this makes an joint with the radius, that is called inferior radio-ulnar joint. Okay, now let us talk about the attachment. Okay, now you can see over here, what is this? This is tricep. Okay, tricep brachii. So where it is inserted? It is inserted into rough posterior part of superior surface of the olecranon. Okay, you can see over here, what is this? This is olecranon process. Okay, so we have already related that things, means that tricep brachii is inserted into rough posterior part of superior surface of olecranon. Okay, now from where the tricep brachii muscle originated? Okay, the tricep brachii muscle originated from where? Tricep muscles arises by following 3 hairs. Okay, there are 3 hairs: long hair, lateral hair, and the medial hair. Okay, so long hair arises from the infraglenoid tubercle of the scapula. Okay, and it is the longest of the 3 hairs, whereas lateral hair arises from oblique ridge on the upper part of posterior surface of the humerus. Okay, corresponding to lateral leaf of the radial group. Okay, and the medial hair arises from a triangular area on the posterior surface of the humerus below the radial group. Okay, now you can see over here, from where it originated. You can see over here, okay, you can see over here. So tricep brachii originated from following three heads: long head, lateral head, and medial head. Long head arises from the infraglycinate tuber called. Lateral head arises from an oblique ridge on the upper part of the posterior surface of the humerus. The medial head arises from a large triangular area on the posterior surface of the humerus below the radial group. Okay, below the radial group, it originated from here. You can see over here. Okay, this is what from here medial head arises and lateral head arises from here. Okay. Now you can see over here. What is this? This is the brachialis. Okay. Now brachialis is inserted where? Brachialis is inserted into anterior surface of the coronoid process, including the tuberosity of the ulna. Okay. You can see over here. Okay. It inserted into anterior surface of the coronoid process, including the tuberosity of the ulna. And from where it get originated? It get originated from the where? Anteromedial and anterolateral surfaces in the anterior floor of the what? Humerus. Okay. And it also get originated from medial and lateral intermuscular septa. And you can see over here, what is this? This is what? This is supinator. Okay, this is what? This is supinator. So supinator arises from where? Arises from the supinator crest and from the triangular area in front of the crest. Okay, you can see over here. Okay, you can see over here. This is what? This is flexor digitorum superficialis, which arises from the tubercle at the upper end of the medial margin of the coronoid processes. Okay, you can see over here. Okay, and the flexor carpi ulnaris arises from the medial side of the olecranon process and from the posterior border. You can see over there. Okay, and ulnar head. Okay, ulnar head of the pronator teres arises from the medial margin of the coronoid processes. Okay, you can see over here. Okay, you can see over here. Okay, you can see over here. This is what? This is flexor, sorry, this is what? This is extensor carpi ulnaris. Okay, that arises from where? That arises from the posterior border. Okay, and anconeus is inserted into lateral aspect of the olecranon process in upper 1/4 of the posterior surface. You can see over here. Okay, so the another muscle rises from, that is flexor digitorum profundus. You can see over here. This is what? Now you can see over here. What is this? This is flexor digitorum profundus, which arises from the upper 3/4 of the anterior and the middle surface of the shaft. Okay, the medial surface of the coronoid and olecranon processes the posterior border of the shaft through an aponeurosis, which also give origin to flexor carpi ulnaris and extensor of carpi ulnaris. Okay, you can see over here. You can see over here. It arises from upper 3/4 of the anterior and the middle surfaces. Okay, you can see from here. Okay, and the middle surface of the coronoid and the olecranon processes and posterior border of the shaft. Okay, now with this I think I have completed my ulna. Hope you have enjoyed the video. I will be back with another video soon. Thank you.